there no old cars in Vietnam? We've been living in Vietnam for 3 months now, moving from city to city, and we've noticed something interesting. There are almost no old cars on the roads, and there are a few fascinating reasons behind this. First, for a long time, importing cars into the country was so expensive that only a few could afford them. Recent data shows that for every 1,000 people, there are only about 50-60 cars. As a result, many Vietnamese people preferred motorcycles and bicycles, which still remain the most popular mode of transportation. Only in the last 10 to 15 years have cars become more affordable, explaining why most of the cars in the country are new. In addition, Vietnam's climate hot, humid, and rainy is not kind to old cars. Cars wear out faster, and repairs cost more than buying a new one. Finding spare parts for older models is a whole puzzle in itself. The Vietnamese also love to follow trends, and every new car model quickly grabs attention. On the roads, you'll often see brands like Toyota, Honda, and Mazda. These are considered the most reliable and popular. As the standard of living has risen, you'll also start to see more Lexus, Mercedes-Benz, and even some BMW models, especially in big cities. The culture of upgrading is so strong here that many people prefer to switch cars every few years rather than keep them until they fall apart. By the way, there are no Chinese cars here. The relationship between the two countries has always been complicated, and goods from China are not exactly welcomed. Additionally, the government collects hefty taxes from car owners. For example, import duty if the car is imported. For cars with engines up to 1.5 liters, around 47% of the car's value. For cars with engines over 3 liters, up to 70% or more. Consumption tax, excise tax. This depends on engine size. For cars with engines under 1.5 liters, from 35%. For cars with engines over 3 liters, up to 150% of the car's value. That value-added tax. The standard rate is 10% of the car's price. Registration fee. This can be anywhere from 10% to 12% of the car's price for private cars. Depending on the region, in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, it's higher. These taxes make cars much more expensive in Vietnam, and only the wealthy can afford them. So, the life of old cars in Vietnam is pretty short, and while you rarely see cars with a history here, this fact highlights the fast-paced changes in the country, where every day brings something new.